coming down. So,
doctors,
I think team, I think can we start? I think we are already late for 5 minutes.
yeah, okay.
So,
do we have to evaluate doctor's speech before we start?
yeah. Thanks, doctor.
have the general evaluation. That only I was wondering. I got my first point in general evaluation.
So,
Do you want to
hi,
me to
Miriam,
do a
everyone
general
join
evaluation?
our role players. Can you please check it?
Satish,
Yes.
do you want to me to become a general evaluator or roast master?
No, roast master would be fine, actually.
Yes,
No,
yes, today let it be. Yes, for a
help
change,
me,
let
help us,
it be
because
roast
it is a
master.
new.
Today, for me as a change, because roast master, we will have a normal Toastmaster general evaluation. I'll try and roast in between.
Good, please try. I think everyone joined. I think, Mariam, I think I could see everyone. Harry, can you please start the meeting? Over to you, Harry.
ToastMasters International is a worldwide non-profit educational organization that empowers individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. Welcome to NMC Corporate Toastmasters Club. My name is Harry Jung, Sergeant at Arms of the club. When I first joined Toastmasters, I already knew that I need to do the things I hate the most. Speaking, networking, mentoring, and eye contact. Ugh. But I joined. Why? I had a passion, the same as you had, when each of you decided to join Toastmasters. Coronavirus, this game changer, made us no longer experience a podium, a stage, face-to-face networking, and physical eye contact. What about our passions? What about our passions? During the past year, can you say that your passion for Toastmasters is exactly same as what it used to be? Me, frankly speaking, I have mixed feelings because of a less excitement of virtual meetings than physical meetings. About anything, about any situations, you can feel mixed feelings, right? In other words, we can feel both pleased and not pleased at the same time. But if we put more emphasis on the points that make us pleased, we can keep staying positive. We can keep our mind healthy. After the coronavirus outbreak, each of you and any of us may have mixed feelings about jobs, people, society, Toastmasters, and anything. But remember, the choice is always ours, whether we go for positive or not. So please stay positive and stay in love. Oh, additionally, stay with Toastmasters. Once again, good afternoon and welcome to our club. And let's start today's meeting. Please welcome the president of our club, Toastmaster Satish.
Good afternoon, everyone. Harry, that is a long speech from you. Thank you for introduction. Great introduction. Today we have a lot of great things. We have veteran speakers. Toastmaster Katrak joined back, and for the Toastmaster Mariam, she's moving India for the good. So without not taking much time, I just want to give some notes on how to deliver a speech without no notes. Because we have some new speakers, new Toastmasters, they joined recently. So most of the times we normally look the notes and we deliver the speech. And because of these virtual meetings, it becomes more easier to keep the notes before all of us and to deliver the speech. So why it is so important to deliver a speech without having the notes? There are several reasons. First thing is eye contact. Second one is rhythm and confidence and connection with the audience. You're all affected when you read your speech, and you are probably not going to get far in speech contest if you have any rely on the written notes. So is memorization is the answer? Not every time. It is much harder than you might think to memorize a 7-minute speech. So how will you do it? So there are some standard rules. When I go through some magazines, Toastmasters magazines, I got it. Decide on subject. Write down a working title. Jot down the key points in your speech and reduce each point into one word and put the word into a logical order so that the speech flows with a rhythm that really makes sense. Just remember 6 or 7 keywords, each of which you will serve to remind you collectively of your speech a story. I think you're still not convinced that you can speak without notes. Let me issue a challenge. Think of it an extended version of table topic. I will come up with a few words that I believe you will immediately be able to tell a 5-minute story about. Here they are: Cinderella and Robin Hood. Can you do it? Of course you can. If you know these stories, even though you have not memorized the stories word for word, you can summarize each word without difficulty. So know the stories that makes up your next speech and let the trigger words remind you the stories. Without not taking much time, let me introduce the guests. We have some guests. I think we have a guest, Mr. Srina Sukumaran.
Yes.
Mr. Srina Sukumaran, could you please introduce yourself? How do you get to know? I think you joined for the couple of sessions earlier,
Yes,
I remember.
yes, yeah, in the hospital, that conference hall was there, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes. I was getting into the track later on. This COVID issue was, it was coming up. So even after that, I was getting busier in Abu Dhabi. So last week, as per our conversation, I wanted to get back into the family again, because we cannot stay away from a organization like Toastmasters. Toastmasters is making us the future be leaders. So I want to be a leader. I cannot stay away from Toastmaster. That's why I'm again here. I want to be with you, with your family, our family.
That's so sweet of you, Mr. Sukumaran. Thank you so much. That's really so nice of you. You find that our NMC Corporate Toastmaster is a really extended family. I'm sure you will. We hope you will join in our club very shortly. Thank you so much. So with this, on this note, let me hand over our next Toastmaster. Okay, our next what is that? Who is a person going to take today's session with the enthusiastic, energetic Toastmaster Day is our veteran Toastmaster, none other than Madam Toastmaster Mariam. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster Mariam. A big round of applause for you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satish. And fellow Toastmasters and most distinguished guests, as I take up this role today, it is really a time of mixed feelings. In fact, these are days of mixed feelings. The first conversation itself that we were having at the beginning was all mixed feelings about vaccination, mixed feelings about working at home, mixed feelings about online schooling. We see the new norm is mixed feelings, and that's why today's theme is kept as mixed feelings. Now, very warm welcome to all of you. Let us all be active participants, active listeners, and mutually supportive individuals so that we can be good communicators and good leaders. Welcome to the guests, especially. They have already been introduced. And I hope you all have the agenda, but please note a slight change in the agenda. Toastmaster Satish Babu has informed me that he wants to leave early. So if he will be given the role as the first speaker, and his evaluator, Toastmaster Rupesh, will be the first evaluator. That's the change in the agenda. As the Toastmaster of the day, it is my duty to introduce the role players who will assist me in running the meeting today. The general evaluator for this session is Toastmaster Dr. Katrak. And I'm really happy to see him after nearly a year, I think. So I welcome Toastmaster Dr. Katrak to explain your role as the general evaluator. You're mute.
As a general evaluator, my role is to scrutinize the entire meeting from the beginning till the end. I should appreciate whatever good is going on. If I find any flaws, I will just point them out so that at the end of the day, my job is to see to it that we observe what are the flaws of this meeting so that we can have a better meeting next time. Over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Dr. Katrak, and all the best. Now we have our Sergeant at Arms was Dr. Toastmaster Harry, who already has started his activities. Our word of the day is being given by Toastmaster Rana.
So the word of the day is idyllic. Idyllic, it's an adjective. It's meaning like an idol, extremely happy, peaceful. 2 examples on that. The island was an idyllic vacation spot. NMC Toastmaster is an idyllic group. So I wish you an idyllic meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rana. And let's welcome all the participants to use this word today. We can already see that Toastmaster Shailesh is having an idyllic background. All right. The distinguished Toastmaster Robert is our grammarian. He will also be the R counter. Toastmaster Robert, would you please explain your roles?
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and especially Toastmaster of the day. Today my role as a grammarian my role will be to look into the grammars of all the speeches that have been delivered today on all the different role plays. And if I find any particular good grammar, I will be highlighting the same. And if I find some error, definitely I will also highlight and see what better way we can improve on that grammar. And my role as an accountant, we all know, like in Toastmasters, like we need to improve our delivery. So especially if sometimes we tend to use those crutches words like so I'll be making a note of all those words, and at the end of the session, I will be giving my report so we can see how we can improve on those, correcting those and oohs. Over to you, Toastmaster Maria.
Thank you, Toastmaster Robert. Now we call upon Toastmaster Mustafa to share the thought of the day.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, dear Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm idyllic to present my thought of the day. When someone says I have mixed feelings for you or about any subject, you must understand that he or she is confused. And so was the case until today morning, and whether I should be attending the meeting or should I not. So finally, I decided that I will do a presentation on my thought of the day. When you say, I love you, do you really mean it? Do you even really know what love is? Or you just said it to keep someone's heart? Or was it a daily routine call from parents to a child and from a husband to his wife? When you are motivating someone to stay positive and achieve new heights, but you are a failure yourself and you always echo negative thoughts within yourself, you are not being true to yourself. This is mixed feelings. The point I'm trying to deliver is that feelings, it's the feelings which are the inner beliefs or a state of mind which no one knows or can read unless you bring it out. And this must show in your action and behavior. And if you are not true, then one day it will expose you. So feelings is related to the actions and behavior. So whatever the feelings you have, you must express it out in a true manner. But if you're just trying to make it out or trying to keep someone's heart, then one day that person will come to know about it, and that person will feel, will feel very bad about it. So it's rather that you stay true to your feelings. In contrast to what I said, my father always said, hide your illness, sorrow, grief, and sadness with a smile on your face and thanking God for whatever state you are in. Because when you complain, it means you have given up, and this takes you down the curve, which means you spread negative vibes. And when you are thankful for whatever you have, it gives you a feeling of contentment and you spread positive vibes. This could be a case of mixed feelings, but if you are exposed, you will be appreciated. So this is what I wanted to say today as a thought of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Mustafa, for starting us on such a positive energy. Now, our timer is Toastmaster Harry. Toastmaster Harry, could you please explain your role as the timer?
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
As timer, I'll be timing every speech and also be alerting every speaker so I can encourage them to complete their speech on time. Each speaker, during their speech, each speaker could see a white screen, virtual screen, when they start their speech like this. And then green and amber and red screen, depending on their timing rules. Good luck.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harry, for this innovative signals. Now, please join me in congratulating all these leaders who are on their way to becoming competent leaders. It's now time to move on to the speeches, to the prepared speeches. We have 3 speakers today, and in keeping with the change in agenda, let us have Toastmaster Satish Babu with his speech. Evaluating him will be Toastmaster Rupesh. Toastmaster Rupesh, can you give us the purpose statement of Toastmaster Satish's speech? Toastmaster Satish, are you ready for your speech?
Yeah, good afternoon, Toastmasters. The purpose of the statement is, the purpose of the project is for the members, for the members to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate that he had applied the feedback received from his first speech. Over to you, Satish.
Master Harry, can you give the timing for the speech? Toastmaster Harry, you're mute.
Yes, sorry. Prepared speeches must be from 5 to 7 minutes. So green signal will be on at 5 minutes, and amber signal will be on at 6 minutes, and red signal at 7 minutes, and remain on until the end of his speech. A speaker will be disqualified if his speech or her speech is less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you.
Am I audible? Thank you.
Yes, yes, you are.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
There is only one difference between greatest Indian mathematician Ramanujan and me. Ramanujan was very good at mathematics and so poor in other subjects. And I am so poor in the mathematics and in other subjects, we both are same. How many of you know mathematics here? And they learn how to do maths from others from them. And people who likes mathematics learn from the others how to stay away from the problems. My rivalry on mathematics started on first standard of my school. In my first day of school, when my science teacher came, she said, I will give a nice flowers when explain about the plants. I enjoyed. And when my English teacher came, he said, I will give you a nice star if I sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I enjoyed. Finally, when my math teacher came, she said, I will give you a problems. I was like, here, she started, here everyone ran measurement by showing the scale. That day, I came to know that a wooden scale can also be helpful to measure the length. And all the other days, it used to measure my body tolerance of the pain. I always wonder, the English teacher never used the dictionary to punish the students. And the science teacher never used burette or puppet or telescope to punish the student. Then why do the math teacher use the scale to punish the students? I have my own way of understanding on mathematics. During my second standard, my teacher asked me to revise the numbers for me. I have a strong influence from my uncle, who was very good in playing cards. So I started 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Madam said, good, go, continue. I smiled and continued. Yes, Jack, King, Queen. The next second, my teacher asked me to bend down. I thought she's going to medal me. I started getting a bundle of noise in my bag, and the fellow sitting on the third row started crying. During my third grade of my mathematics, teacher took all of us, our class students, a cultural tour to all the churches in my city. The next day, she asked me, Satish, what is 6 cross 2? I said, 8. She shouted me and said, Satish, 6 plus 2 is 8, not 6 cross 2 is 8. I said, Madam, then why should you told me crusade on the cross? You should have told me crusade on the plus. In the maths examination, we have to go to many phases. The first phase, the moment when the teacher distributed the maths paper to us, and the first shock was, is it not science examination today? and you turn to your friend.
Satish, your voice is not coming.
Is not coming?
Yeah, now it's
With
coming.
us. It's okay with us.
It's clear with us.
It's clear.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's
The
clear.
phase one, the moment when the teacher distributed the maths paper to us, and the first shock is it not science examination today? And the turn to your friend immediately to surprise, even also having same shock. Phase two, during the examination. My dear friends, the worst thing is not forgetting the calculator and logbook for the examination. The worst thing is having the calculator and the logbook and not know which one has to be used for the problems. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to a question paper. Satish, a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Prove this. I never said this formula. Why should I prove this? The worst nightmare is after write the exam, one fellow said, I got answer 25 for the question number 10. And the other fellow said, I got answer 25.5. Whereas I got minus 1000. Then suddenly I feel a low voice rise in my back. Bro, what is the pass mark? Yes, he is the man. He is the legend I am looking for. Dear Toastmasters, are you legends? I am sure some of you are legends when it comes to pass mark. Forward to you, TM Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satish. Next, we have Toastmaster Murugesh with his project on understanding leadership styles. And his evaluator is Toastmaster Roshan. Toastmaster Roshan, can you please share the purpose statement of Toastmaster Murugesh's speech?
Dear Murugesh, the purpose of this project is for you to identify leadership style, also for you to share some aspect of your primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Do we have Toastmaster Harry to give the timing? Toastmaster Harry, will it remain the same? I think the
Yes,
timing.
5 to 7 minutes.
All right. Over to you, Toastmaster Murugesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhyam. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes. Leaders become great, not because of the power, but our ability to empower. Good afternoon, Toastmasters.
Good afternoon.
There was always a false perception that big leaders are spot on in whatever they do. But even the most powerful and experienced of leaders have their own blind spots. These blind spots are the unrecognized weaknesses or threats that can undermine our success. If not being handled carefully, that can derail your values and dent your confidence. If these big leaders can have blind spots, then a layman like me definitely has his own share of weaknesses, ranging from one to many. I was a program manager for a UK-based project 10 years before. I had a team size of 10 people reporting to me down the line. As a project manager, I had an objective of completing the project in time without any spillovers. As an outcome, I became so materialistic to my approach. So what are all the issues or the concerns raised by the members of the team if I feel it is not in alignment with my visionary or objective? I just ignored it. So this has created a lot of rift in the team. Instead of understanding the concerns and addressing the issues, I just turned deaf ear to it. I've ignored all my blind spots, thinking that I am trivial. But every time a conflict arises with the members, my mind always convinced me that I am right, the other person is always wrong. This further dented the relationship. At a point, because of my attitude, a lot of members of the team wants to leave the project halfway. But I used my veto power and ensured all the people are staying there for the full tenure of the project, and it is completed in time. Though the project is completed, my relationship with the team members was completely devastated. So after the completion, I came back to India and I had a performance evaluation session with my manager. My manager is a typical evaluator. For the sake of appreciation, he said 1 or 2 good words about me, but his list for areas of improvement is too exhaustive. And I also saw him very much motivated and enthusiastic while pointing out the defects on me. Then I decided somebody from the project team has given some negative feedbacks about me to him. So is the reason he's speaking about me like this. And he also has ganged up with other members of the team. So I just ignored him. After this point, I got into the next project, which is UAE based. For this project, I was being given an additional responsibility of forming the team of members. So I went into the talent pool and looked for the best talent and identified the best resources for this project. But to my surprises, all these members were reluctant to join me for this assignment. They were not even enthusiastic to interact with me. This annoyed me a lot. But again, somehow I used my power and ensured all people are available for this assignment. After this point, I took a break and went for a holiday vacation. During the vacation, I read about the leadership style of great leaders. While reading so, I understood even a great visionary like Steve Jobs had his own blind spots. At the early part of his career, whatever the issues or the advices given to him, he had just ignored, which he feels is not in alignment with his visionary. This blind spot has created a massive consequences to him, to an extent of he being sacked from Apple. But the hallmark of great leaders is they come back very strongly. After identifying his blind spot, he formed a panel of network of trusted people with diversified skills and ensured for before taking any decisions, he had a discussion with them and got their feedbacks. And he also appreciated the potential conflicts. This has become an absolute eye-opener for me. I then understood I too might be having some blind spots. I went back to the manager who gave feedback about me. Again, I had a discussion with him, this time with an open mind. As a part of the discussion, he emphasized the importance of relationship and how good relationship can yield better results rather than trying to overpower people and getting things done. He made me realize the power of we over the power of me. This discussion helped me to streamline myself and improve myself as a better person and also as a better manager. The first step in identifying the blind spots is to understand when and where it occurs. After identifying the blind spot, next step is to look for the mistakes we make. The mistakes are the indicators. The mistakes that we make are the indicators that helps us for us to understand where we are lacking, either in terms of competencies or in terms of skill set. After understanding the mistake, the next step is to ask for feedbacks. Feedbacks is like medicines that helps you to overcome the blind spots. So whenever you ask for feedback, ensure you are asking it from the appropriate person and ask for the constructive feedback. So if you apply all these in your life, definitely all these principles will help you to overcome the blind spot and live a better life. As said by Robin Sharma in his book, Leader with No Title, all people in this world can be great leaders if you do whatever things assigned to us to the best of our abilities. So no role is a small role. And in this world, no person is an insignificant person. Average leaders raises the bar for themselves. Good leaders raises the bar for others. But great leaders are the one who inspires others to raise their own bar. So let us all try to become good leaders and be a source of inspiration for the forthcoming generation. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Murugesh. Now we have Toastmaster Sunil with his project on Inspire Your Audience. His evaluator is Toastmaster Vimal. Toastmaster Vimal, are you ready?
Yeah, good afternoon all. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you please share Toastmaster Sunil's objectives?
Good afternoon, Vimal.
Yeah, good afternoon. So the purpose of this project is for the member to practice writing and deliver a speech that inspires others. So all the best to DTM Sunil. Over to you, Mariam.
Over to you, Toastmaster Sunil.
What gets appreciated gets repeated. We all are involved in many activities daily. Some of the actions we take may become successful, while some others may not yield the desired results. Many times, if we look into ourselves, we try to give more emphasis on the failed attempts and draw negative emotions out of them, rather than capitalizing on the small wins, the small daily wins, by drawing inspiration from them. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Think about one of the recent tough days in your life. After a whole day's work, when you are exhausted, if one of your colleagues or friends comes to you and appreciate you on one of the small acts which you may have even forgotten, what will be your reaction? Doesn't that re-energize you? Doesn't that small gesture of appreciation motivates you to do the same act again and again? What gets appreciated gets repeated. In Toastmasters, during the month of September, you may have noticed that our club leaders were requesting each and every member to renew the membership. The club leaders across the world were following up with their members to renew the membership dues. As you all know, we renew our membership in Toastmasters every 6 months, October to March, and then April to September. Since the dues renewal in last March, a lot of things changed. From March to September, during this period, clubs started meeting online. The club environment changed completely. Many members were forced to adapt to the new style. Their day-to-day life changed in society, workplace, at home. Many members lost their job. Future has become unpredictable for many. Coming back to the scenario of Toastmasters clubs, the leaders at club, area, division, districts, they were not able to forecast the impact. The club leaders were more aware of what's happening with their members because they are in touch with the members. However, at the district level, the trend was uncertain till first week of October. As the due date for renewal passed, the picture was more clear at the district level. Majority of the members and clubs could complete the October dues renewal successfully, irrespective of the challenge. For me, serving as a region advisor, interacting with the districts, and closely following up with them to adapt to the new norms, it was a proud moment. Because we could see during the October first week that many of the clubs and members renewed their October dues. The secret was that we were guiding the districts that focus on the members' engagement, give them what they want, these changes has made or disrupted their life, but we are servant leaders, so we can be with the members, see their needs. So the secret of member engagement is what gets appreciated, gets repeated. That's how the program become idyllic. We have seen the same concept during the evaluation of speeches in our meetings. When the evaluator points out the good points in speakers, the speeches, then the speaker gets motivated. He repeats those good acts again and again in future speeches, thereby improving his speaking ability, communication skills. Our club leaders, Satish, Robert, Dr. Katrek, Manmohan, all, when they appreciate our members on certain aspects, the members become encouraged. Now look at the office, the workplace. Same thing happens there also. When the line manager appreciate the employees for the small acts, good acts, the employee feels so enthusiastic or energetic to repeat those acts again and again. I was telling my child last day when she gets up and opened the curtain, opened the windows and all, I told her, oh, good job, you're doing good. So since then, because of that appreciation, she was repeating that act again and again. So if you want to see a good habit in your child, remember, what gets appreciated gets repeated. Everyone in this world thrive for appreciation. Try this with your kids, spouse, colleagues, friends. Appreciate the good work they do. What gets appreciated gets repeated. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil. And with that, we come to the end of the prepared speeches. Toastmaster Satish has sent us the Mentimeter to mark your vote. But before that, we will have Toastmaster Harry giving us the timing of each speaker. Toastmaster Harry.
Yeah,
Any disqualification?
yes. The Toastmaster Satish took 5 minutes and 20 seconds. And Toastmaster Murugesh, 6 minutes and
you are good in humor, right?
55 seconds. And Toastmaster Sunil, 6 minutes, 30 seconds. So all are qualified.
All are qualified. Please use the Mentimeter to cast your vote. And while we wait to cast the vote, let us just think of these days when the new norm seems to have become mixed feelings. I understood this from a little child who was crying when his school became online. A few days ago, I asked him, now, how is it? Do you like the online school or the offline, the face-to-face? And he actually looked at me with a funny face and he said, I'm confused. I have mixed feelings about both. I like face-to-face school, but I like this also. And that is true for each of us. In this new norm, we like work at home, but do we? We like to go back to the office space. And this sort of feeling has come everywhere. This is a new norm. But as Toastmaster Sunil just told us, with appreciation and when that gets repeated, perhaps that mixed feeling can change and we can assert that what we do is right. Like when even myself or Toastmaster Mustafa said we had mixed feelings about coming here to Toastmasters. But listening to these 3 speeches has reassured us that this Toastmasters meeting is the correct place to be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on alternate Saturdays. I hope all of you have marked the vote. If so, we can move on to the evaluations. Right. Toastmaster Rupesh, are you ready for the evaluation of Toastmaster Satish?
Yeah, right.
All right. Please come for the Toastmaster Satish's evaluation. And before that, we will have Toastmaster Harry giving us timing for the evaluations. Toastmaster Harry?
Yes, evaluation speeches should be in between 2 and 3 minutes. So a green signal will be on at 2 minutes, and amber signal will be on at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and red signal will be on at 3 minutes. A speaker will be disqualified if the speech is less than 1 minute and 30 seconds or more than 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harry. Toastmaster Rupesh.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Toastmaster and guests, and particularly to Toastmaster Satish.
Good afternoon.
First of all, it was a very nice topic. I hate maths. I can understand because I was also having the same feeling earlier. And I was seeing the many smiles in the screen, so I can understand from the others too. So for this project, Satish started his speech with the name of Ramanujam, great mathematician. So it drew our attention. We came to know what actually Satish is going to speak about. And subsequently, Satish explained about how was the feeling in class 1, class 3, class 5. And of course, with the maths teacher, most of us are having the experience of the making the back hot. So Satish also experienced that feeling. And subsequently, Satish explained about the calculator, logbook, and the mathematical formula like a plus b square. So because we have passed through this, so it was very well connected to us. And earlier, the parents, actually the mathematics was the main subject, and that's where the parents were also supporting to the teacher. Even parents used to give the big stick to the teacher so that their kids should be very good in mathematics. So that Satish wanted to highlight, so that we can understand Satish. Very good. The one thing I see, the Satish, you should, just for the area of improvement, any 1 or 2 incidents of school days that you should focus more on that so that the audience can be connected with that. Like when the marks distribution of the mathematics happens, the entire class was empty earlier, or the less attendance during maths classes. If that will be explained by you, then we can be well connected. And of course, the being engineer, we can't escape from the mathematics. We are not as lucky as Dr. Katrak. So that was the area of improvement. Overall, we can say the speech was very clear, and the vocal variety and eye contact, this was quite visible. That is really appreciated. And the gestures, I see it was good, but slight improvement can be done. It can be made more, we can say, the audience can be more attractive towards it. Otherwise, the speech was very good. All the best, Satish. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Rupesh. We will now have Toastmaster Roshan giving his evaluation. Toastmaster Roshan.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Toastmaster Murugesh, your speech was an idyllic speech for Toastmasters Club. It was well constructed, flawless, and fantabulous. Dear Murugesh, you started with an interesting story. Leaders become great not because of power, but to find power. You explained very well. You had a tagline, the blind spot. We could easily connect. Always you built up a connection with the audience. At that, we made us understand better. You went step-by-step approach, how you started your personal story, how you learned, and how you put into practice. You gave a good example of Steve Jobs. What could be a better example? We all know about his success and how he is idealistic for all of us. So it was a very good example, and then it made us connect easily. You spoke about how to manage team and to enhance, and then how to deliver it. Also, your vocal variety and then your gestures was fantastic. It was very clear to us what you could do more. You could have paused in between to make it more meaningful and for the people to understand and to grasp it. Also, you could ask questions and engage more. That could be an area where you could do more about it. Overall, fantastic speech. The delivery was fantastic. And then you was quite impressive. Excellent speech. All the best to you. Over to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roshan. We will now move on to Toastmaster Vimal, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Sunil. Toastmaster Vimal.
Yes, thank you, Mariam. And once again, good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon.
So the evaluation for DTM Sunil's speech. DTM Sunil, it was a fantastic speech. It was a speech full of energy, full of positivity. Whatever appreciated gets repeated. The theme was throughout the speech. You were so confident, so energetic, and the intent was there for from you to convey this message to all the audience, that whatever is appreciated gets repeated. I was really impressed with the voice modulation that you used throughout the speech to convey your messages. The gestures, the use of hand, the engagement with the audience, the eye contact, everything was spot on. And you use the example that you used to all the Toastmasters, daily life, the incident, the scenario that they have seen during the pandemic and the payment of the fees it kept all the audience well engaged. You utilize the speech time to around 90%. You use around 6 minutes 30 seconds, which is also again appreciated. So for me personally, I really enjoyed the speech. With the clarity, with the positivity that you're trying to deliver. I think you achieve your purpose, and thank you once again for the great, the impeccable speech. Thank you. Over to Mariam.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vimal. The evaluations are now over. Before we cast the vote for the best evaluator, Let us have the timers report. Toastmaster Harry.
I'm very happy to announce that no one is disqualified. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harry. So we may proceed to cast the vote. Has the Mentimeter been sent, Toastmaster Murugesh? Toastmaster Murugesh, you're mute.
I'll be sending it shortly. I'm just preparing it. I'll be sending it shortly. We can proceed with it. I'll be sending it.
He'll be sending it. We can proceed with the meeting.
Yeah.
Now we move on to the most vibrant, idyllic part of this meeting with Toastmaster Lizzie leading the table topic session. Toastmaster Lizzie, are you ready for? Thank you. Toastmaster Lizzie leading the table topics session now.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mariam. So for members today, I am the Toastmaster for the table topics. Good evening, Toastmasters, guests. I am idly to begin the most interesting and exciting part of this session. I am sure you will be all ossified to share your thoughts during this session. For newcomers, this session, it is a tradition of Toastmasters to get as many people to speak as possible. The purpose of this is for members to practice their thinking and speaking skills on their feet. These skills will help you, I'm sure, and you will be idling for taking part in this session. I will first call upon our regular Toastmasters as well as the guests for this session. The timing for this session is 1 to 2 minutes. The timer will give us the details of this later. And at the end of this session, we will have a report from the timer on, and then you will vote for it. So today's session, I thought it would be idyllic to give you, since we have the theme on feelings, emotions. So I will present the screen to you. First, I will call the Toastmaster of the day, and then I will present the screen to you. You have 5 words which express feelings. I would like you to prepare a small storyline for the topic. Okay, that is the theme. So now I would ask Toastmaster Harry to give us the timing rules. Over to you, Toastmaster Harry.
Thank you. Table topic speeches should be between 1 and 2 minutes. The green signal will be on at 1 minute and amber signal will be on at 1 minute and 30 seconds and red signal at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harry. Now I'll share my screen. Is Toastmaster Sailesh. Toastmaster Sailesh, are you there? Okay, I think we'll let him come back. In the meanwhile, can we have Rana, Toastmaster Rana?
Yes.
Okay, I will share my screen for you to get. Here are your words. Sorry.
Sorry, I think it's still,
Okay,
yeah, now I
Rana,
can
these
see
are
it.
the words for you. I hope. Okay. Are they visible?
Yes, now I can see it. Yeah. So in my small story, I have to use the 5 words.
Okay. Use these words to prepare your storyline.
Sorry, there is some noise in the background.
The host can mute the other speakers, please.
Toastmaster Murugesh or Toastmaster Satish?
ليش بحطي اليوم يشوف شو منظرها كيف يعني هيك منظرها بين ملابس
Murugesh, you can mute Yusuf.
Toastmaster Murugesh, can you mute?
You'll have to mute Yusuf. Yusuf is online. Please mute Yusuf.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I think it's okay now. Yeah.
Anyway, you have to mute Yusuf first before you start.
Are we okay now? Let's see, I think you can go.
Yes, Toastmaster Lizzie. To be honest, the 5 words you have put on screen, every human being would go through these feelings, I mean, at a certain point. Sometimes we feel embarrassed. Sometimes we feel distracted. But definitely no one like to be insulted. I think the way that we should deal with each other, we should always have a kind heart and deal with each other based on good feelings, good intention. Currently I have mixed feeling how to answer your table topic. But definitely I would not like anyone to feel insulted or at any situation. Thank you, Toastmaster Lizzie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rana. Now I call upon Toastmaster Sailesh. Here goes your words. You have to, I hope you know, you have to create a storyline using the next 5 words.
Okay, ma'am. I already created a story on the previous word, but now you change the.
You're lucky.
Okay. Table topic master, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good afternoon. I personally feel fascinated about joining the Toastmaster meeting, but unfortunately, due to my work commitment, I could not do so on regular basis. Sometimes I thought of quitting the Toastmasters, but always when I attend these meetings, I feel really great, and that's the reason I am not quitting the Toastmaster. Though I am not regular, I am being with the Toastmaster for a long time, but due to my work commitments, I am not regular. I feel greedy when I see the meetings and I want to finish my projects. But as I said, I am not able to do so.
I am miser about the time, how to spend it. But I try to spend it wisely. Sometime there is resentment when I miss the meetings. So that's from my side, Toastmaster Reggie. Thank you. Over to you.
Mr. Sailesh. Next, I call upon our newcomer, Srinath. Yes.
Yes.
I hope you are ready to take the next topic.
Yes, I will try my best.
Here go your words. Yes,
Okay.
here goes your words.
Okay, I can start now.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, thank you to Toastmasters. This is after a very long time. It's nice to be back even on online. So it's very happy to see everybody online. So I got 5 words over here. So I will just try my best. I still don't have much idea how to make this happen. I mean, I have 5 words, how to make it as a story. I need to make I mean, I want to be a little bit creative or just mention these words in between my story. I don't know exactly, but I will try my best because my timer is counting. So we are all going through a difficult at times, this COVID-19 situation. It has been changed the entire world, where we are all stressed because everybody is losing their grip on their life, career, financial status, family, everybody. So everybody, we are all stressed, and we have to be a little bit vigilant also, because we are going through a pandemic. We need to control this and we need to get back to our normal life. So we have to be a little bit vigilant, especially the long holidays, national long weekends are coming. When you are going out, when you are making get-togethers, some meetups, you have to be vigilant all the time. Always keep social distance, wear mask, you have to use the gloves, always take the precautions. Then only we can get rid of this COVID-19 virus forever. And when we do all these things, at the end of the day, the victory will be ours. At that time, we will be feeling triumphant because we will be having a great victory over this malicious pandemic, COVID-19. And after all this struggle, all this stress, everything, at the end of the day, we will win, we will rise up again, we shall pass this too, and we will feel relieved at the end of the day. So looking forward to have our normal days, I mean back to normal soon. We will overcome this COVID-19 situation very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Thank you, Srinath, for an excellent speech. Next, I call upon Mariam, Toastmaster Mariam. I think this would be your last table topic, so we would like you to give your views on this table topic. This is your Toastmaster Mariam.
Thank you, Lizzie. Pride. Toastmaster Lizzie and fellow Toastmasters, I feel very proud. It is indeed a matter of great pride for me to stand here and give what seems to be like my final table topic session, at least in Abu Dhabi with y'all. Sometimes I feel outrage at myself that I was not able to do complete justice to the opportunities given to me. And I used to neglect the golden time, especially provided to me by the senior Toastmasters to come and speak. But looking back, I can only tell that I have a great deal of satisfaction that I attended these sessions, and I feel most submissive before God, before each one of you, that I had this great time here in Abu Dhabi, especially for the last 6 years, being with each one of you and learning new things. Moving away from Abu Dhabi, I'm sure that I will remember each one of you with great satisfaction and great pride. I can't see the timer's screen, but once again, I wish my very best to NMC Corporate Club. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Lizzie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mariam. I next call upon our member who has come after a very long break, Toastmaster DTM, Dr. Katrak. Here are your words, Dr. Katrak.
Good evening, good afternoon, table topic master, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thanks for all the caring over the period of time. You've always been remembering me, the love and affection which this club has given to me. It feels quite gloomy because on Saturdays previously, I had changed my duty hours so that I used to do a split duty, finish my OT, come here, attend the meetings in the basement and go back for my duty. But since COVID has started, I've been doing continuous duties. But today I was quite jubilant because someone else was on leave. So I had an opportunity to attend today's meeting. I am feeling a bit insecure because I'm seeing a lot of new faces out here. I'm not very sure if all of them know me. I have been a part of this club for a long time, but now I'm feeling I'm someone new to the club. I am jealous of all of you all because I've seen all of you all improve a lot over the last few months. I was not around. If I was able to attend all these meetings, I would have been equally good. I also cannot see the tabletop toast. I have not pinned the timer, but I think I must have spoken because I never speak less than 1 minute. If I'm disqualified, I'll be quite surprised because that's the first time I'll be disqualified for speaking less. Over to you, Lizzie.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Katrak. Nice to have you back.
Thank you.
Next, we have Toastmaster Mustafa. Oh, yes.
Mustafa, Lizzie, he went down to collect some parcel. I think.
Yeah.
He sent a message.
Oh, okay. Who else is ready to take up the next? Harry, Toastmaster Harry.
We couldn't hear any Robert sound today.
Okay, Toastmaster. Or
We miss Robert.
Go ahead. Harry, go ahead.
Harry, no problem.
Okay.
You can time yourself, Harry.
Oh, I have a weakness with the multitasking.
No problem, Harry. I will time you.
Okay.
I will time you, no problem. You can start.
Okay. This is the hardest table topic I have ever seen. The way is very, I can feel bitterness from this. And of course not humiliation, but it gives a kind of cautious, so I can do more training and exercise for a table topic. It's very difficult. And I really desire to be a best table topic speaker in the future. Thank you.
Uh, okay, over to you, Toastmaster Mariam.
Toastmaster Mariam, before we proceed.
Okay. Harry, can you give the timing rules before Toastmaster Mariam takes over?
I have no idea about mine, but every table
I'll
topics.
tell you, your time is around 1 minute.
So every table topic speaker was was qualified. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll be sharing the for voting. I'm sharing this Mentimeter for voting. Probably it's an exhaustive list, so people are requested to vote upon. Before proceeding, Ms. Mariam, maybe invite Toastmaster, our area director Yusuf here. He's here around, so we welcome him. Satish is not around, so probably if he's available, he can have a few words, please. Okay, if he's not available, we'll proceed with it. Thanks. Toastmaster Mariam.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lizzie, for such an innovative way of table topics. I know I felt I could understand Toastmaster Harry's apprehensions, but I really found it very interesting and challenging to use all these words and come up with a little story. Thank you. That was really kind of you, especially to make the Toastmaster of the day speak as well. It was a very good opportunity. Thank you for that. Now, I hope all of you will fill the Mentimeter and cast your vote. My role as the Toastmaster of the day is almost complete. And so let's welcome the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Dr. Katrak, who along with his team players will give us some feedback about the meeting. Toastmaster Dr. Katrak.
Good afternoon to all. I suddenly realized I'm not used to this theme in which this was going on in NMC Toastmasters, where the general evaluator used to call all the speakers. So I think I go ahead first with the grammarian or the R counter. Grammarian. The grammarian, if I'm not mistaken, is Robert.
Yeah. I'll just give the R reports first.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Harry, there were 3 R's. Toastmaster Satish, 4 R's. Toastmaster Rupesh, 2 R's. Toastmaster Roshan, 4 R's. Toastmaster Vimal, 6. And Toastmaster Lizzie, 3. Now I'll go on to the grammarian role. Like one of the 2-3 good grammars which I would say was like a great leader inspires others. Then what gets appreciated gets repeated. Then we need to be vigilant. These are some of the good grammars. I got it. Then what needs improvement? Like one of the sentence was during the past year. Instead of during the past, like last, we can directly say last year. Then the school teacher giving, I will give you a problem. I think this needs to be corrected. Like just give problem or give you a problem. The S shouldn't be there. Then I always wondered could be only stop like I wondered. She shouted me is wrong. She shouted at me. Then why should you told me is totally needs to be changed. Why you told me? Now this annoyed me a lot or you can just be this annoyed me. Then everyone in this world die for appreciation. I could feel that this could have been made like everyone in this world long for appreciation. Instead of die for appreciation, long for appreciation. I can see the many smiles on the face. Can we see? I can see smiling faces. Then my timer is counting is wrong. Like the stopwatch is on or the timing is on. Give timing rules is wrong. It can be give the timer's report will have been better. That's all, Dr. Kapoor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Robert. And now we go on to Toastmaster Madam Rana, who had a very interesting word for the day. And for after a long time, I was seeing the word for the day utilized by many people. So can you just give out the count for the word of the day, Toastmaster Rana? You're not audible. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yes.
Thank
My
you.
apologies, Toastmaster Merzban, but I believe I lost the track of the word of the day. It's my mistake. Apologies for that.
No issues. There are so many people who use it. I think you missed out or you were focusing too much on the meeting. It happens.
Apologies for that. I started with the group 1 month ago, so it's a bit of a new
I'm fine.
experience.
It's perfect. It's perfect. It happens. Okay, now I think see, I'm also coming to back to this. You've been away from only here for 1 month. I've been with this club for 16 years and I forgot the theme. So anyway, there's nothing to worry about. Now I think I can go on to my general evaluation. Good afternoon to all. For all of those of you who do not know me, I've been a member of NMC corporate chapter for the last 16 years, but thanks to COVID, I was not able to attend the last few meetings because it is in the afternoon and I'm on duty at that time on a Saturday. We started off the meeting with, I would say, a twisted table topic session. Why I'm saying twisted table topic is that usually in table topics, there is one Toastmaster, table topic master who asks several people questions. But here the issue was several people were asking a question to one person, and that was me, about the medical, about COVID. After that, we had actually two prepared speeches before the Toastmaster today came over and was introduced. The first one was from someone who said he's scared of speaking, but I'm very sure that he speaks very confidently, and that is our Harry, who was the sergeant at arms and also the timer for the day. I can't see Harry. Where is Harry? Yeah, I can see you. And the second was by our president Satish, who started a training sessions on speaking without notes before he introduced the Toastmaster day, that is Toastmaster Mariam. And afterwards, I was a bit confused when I saw two Lizzies on the screen, but then I realized one Lizzie belongs to Lizzie and the other one was stolen by Toastmaster Robert. After 15 minutes, the Toastmaster Day was introduced Toastmaster Mariam, who informed about the change of agenda. The word of the day was given by Toastmaster Rana, idyllic. Actually, Toastmaster, you are new, so I would like to inform, and all the other Toastmasters also, when you inform a word for the day, you're supposed to say whether it is an adjective, an adverb, and you gave good examples also. And you can give other examples. This is an example of it as an adjective. You can say as an adverb. Those are the other things you can add as the word for the day. Regarding the grammarian role, Robert explained exactly what he's supposed to do. Mustafa gave a thought of the day. He included the theme of the meeting, that is mixed feeling. The timer was introduced, Harry, who did an excellent job. For the prepared sessions, we had three speakers. The first one being Satish, who had a good humorous speech. He started off Ramayan's, few parts of it were quite good. He was trying to connect two things, that is difficulty in maths. I had a mixed feeling because I love maths, unlike many of the people. So I will, or next time, give a speech on how good maths is, and not about the maths, but I'm sure many people hate maths. The second was from Murugan, understanding leadership skills. He had an excellent session. Hello, one second. Sorry, my screen went off. On blind spots, he spoke very good. Just one suggestion is, Toastmaster Murugan, the way you were speaking would look as if you're speaking from the first floor. Many people have this mistake. They put the laptop down. When you're speaking, sitting in front of the laptop, you're face to face. But what you did when you gave your speech, you were standing. And at that time, this is exactly, you may have realized your entire speech, you're looking down. Your speech is something like this. It does not connect to the audience. Whenever I am doing a speech, I keep my laptop, when I'm standing also, my laptop is at my level. I put a few books or something down, so that, because your eye contact should be right in front, you should not be looking down. Some people are using notes also. I'll go on to that. But your speech otherwise was amazing. The only tip is, because with this virtual meetings, even if you're having meetings at work, you should be looking straight in front and speaking. Then the next one was Sunil, inspire your audience. Even Sunil, your laptop could be a little higher. The next question is that, Sunil, were you reading from notes? Your notes were kept on your laptop?
Yeah, there is a note, but the screen was full, so I have to keep on moving my eyes.
Okay, so what I would suggest is, what I do when I'm giving a speech is, the best thing is, you see this paper, all my notes are on the paper. What I do is that when you're speaking, you don't see the audience. You can even stick your paper right out here. Just leave the space for the camera.
Okay.
You can just stick your speech out here on both sides when you're speaking. So when you're speaking, you're looking right at the camera, and you can read your entire, I'm not in the complete speech, don't put it down. Your most salient features, the points of your speech, you can stick on stickers also, and you can just stick it to the screen of your laptop, so that when you're looking, so that throughout your speech, you'll be looking into the camera, and at the same time, you can give your speech, and just on the screen, you can see all the different pictures. Or the other part is when people use their own screen, and they have in the computer itself, if they have this what is called picture in picture. But this is what I do. I will give you my personal experience, and it has worked by sticking papers. The other thing is that you're using earphones, Sunil, right? The risk of this is, you are using the mic which is there out here, correct? The mic works.
Correct.
But the problem is that if you want to use earphones, the better one, use the ones which are here, because they will not slip. When you're speaking and you're doing some movement, if this comes out of your ear, it will be right near your stomach. So people will not be able to hear you, and then you'll be searching around and putting it back into your ear. So I would suggest, either don't use anything and speak directly into the laptop, or if you're using this, better use earphone, because this is risky. If it falls off from your ear, you will have a problem, because people may not hear you, because the mic, if I'm not mistaken, is in that white box which is down here. Yeah, so this is quite dangerous. It's sometimes may rub against your clothes, and that can also be disturbing. Sunil, what gets up? Okay. Sunil spoke well, as he divided his speech into giving examples. He connected with Toastmasters. Coming to the evaluations, all the three evaluators were good. None of them got disqualified, but if I'm not mistaken, none of them went onto the yellow light also. Mostly, I feel all the three evaluators finished in green. The best thing is that you have to utilize as much time as possible in giving your evaluation. There was a scope of speaking, even though body language and all, you can give a little suggestion. You can speak about whether eye contact was there, how the person was using the stage, whether the person sat and all. Try and utilize the entire time period given to me. I felt everyone, at least 2 out of the 3, finished within the green light. Yeah, now Okay. Then the table topics session was done by Toastmaster Lizzie. I like the style in which you put the 5 words. It was good of Lizzie to start with 2 experienced speakers. Then she asked one of the guests, and I was so happy that she finished with the 3. But then again, she went back to the other 2 speakers and caught hold of them and made them speak also. So it is good that you are utilizing, you are giving an example to the guest as to how it is done. You are making sure that the guest also speaks, followed by 2 other role players also. It was good that you first chose the people who had not taken up any role, then a guest, and since you had time, you went on to 2 people who have taken up roles. That was very good of you. Mariam, during your speech, you said that this may be the last time in Abu Dhabi, but I'm sure thanks to virtual meetings, we will see you in all the meetings when you're back in India, wherever you go. One more suggestion, there is a host. You're in the meeting. Do you have a host who's specifically for the meeting, each meeting? If you have a host, it is very, you have to make one person who's specifically the host. That is the person who adds the people to the meeting and who takes place of this confusion. Especially when Toastmaster Rana was speaking. If that host has control, if you are the host, the first thing to do is mute everyone and then unmute Rana, because she's the only one who's supposed to speak. Trying to search for the person who's unmuted and all, it's a waste of time. If the host feels that there is some disturbance, first thing is you mute everyone and then you unmute the most important person who has to speak. For example, this problem was there during Rana. So everyone should be muted and the only person to be unmuted first is supposed to be Rana. Robert, Satish is not around. I would advise you all, each meeting should have a Zoom master or a host. This is the person who's totally responsible. He'll be the person who will be getting the people inside. He or she is the person who will be giving out the voting. And he's the person who's in control when all these confusions take place, when suddenly a voice comes in.
Actually, he has given me the control to do this. Apologize for it. I was doing it for the first time. I missed it. I've been searching.
No issue. No. See, the focus is as long as someone has a control, someone is responsible for it, then it is fine. Every meeting should have one person, because I'm attending after a long time, so I'm not very sure a person has a control. So if you have a control, fine, but this doesn't take place regularly. It's only one whisper or something here. There was continuous disturbance. If such a thing happens, host mutes everyone and then unmute the only person who's supposed to speak. Then after that, you can unmute the Toastmaster of the day or someone else, second person, if you want. This is just a learning experience. Apart from that, amazing job. Our Toastmaster, Mariam, we are going to miss you, but I don't think we'll be missing you, because we'll definitely be seeing you as long as the virtual meetings are on. I'm not sure when I'll be coming back. Some Saturday when I've taken an off, or if I'm doing a split duty, I'll definitely be back. I'm reading all the messages. Miss the club meetings. Over to you, back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Katrak. It's really very enlightening to have you here, because I'm sure the not many of the new Toastmasters are here today, but I'm sure they would understand the value that the senior and the veteran Toastmasters bring to this club when they tell us about our problems, our weaknesses, and correct it. We go daily corrected, and our club becomes improved day by day. That has been my journey this far, because I remember the first time that I came here, that time I had mixed feelings. Should I continue? Should I be here? Is this the right place for me? I'm too old for this. I don't want to be here. But really, this club made me feel young. It made me feel I can speak. It made me feel like a leader. It made me feel that I can communicate. It gave me confidence, appreciation, and I really encourage everyone, new and old, to continue in this journey. And my intention is that I hope that when I go back, I can pass on this knowledge that I have gained here because we are thinking of settling in a village. We wanted initially to go to the towns and the cities, but we said, no, this is not the place for us. There are lots of opportunities in the village itself, and there are lots of children there. I hope to mentor children who can who are in the village, who may not have these opportunities to come out. It may not be a Toastmasters club. I'm not sure how it can be done, but at least on a starting level, how to speak, how to be confident. These are things that the Toastmasters, NMC Corporate Toastmasters Club has given me. I thank each one of you. I thank Robert. He was really instrumental from the start to tell me to take up roles, to do things. And he was I don't know, he was really a mentor for me. Toastmaster Sunil was the one who encouraged me to join, and Toastmaster Dr. Katrak, I cannot forget, because with all the YLPs, I joined YLP as a volunteer so that I can learn from him. And I really learned a lot from him. And Lizzie, dear friend, innovator, every time she brings up something, it's something new and funny. And even Toastmaster Rupesh, Toastmaster Mustafa, I can remember our other friends in the, those who are not here, they've all been so wonderful and lovely. It was really, that's why I couldn't miss this meeting. I said, I have to be here. Thank you all, and may God bless you and use you and prosper this club. My hi to Mazarine as well. She was a lovely Toastmaster Dr. Katrak's daughter. She was my mentor too, especially when she was when in the YLP. And Toastmaster Hannah, nobody can forget that bright lady. So I really had a good time here. And all of you, I wish you all the same as well. Thank you. And over to you, President. Toastmaster Satish, is he here, or Toastmaster Murugesh, you will be taking him?
Yeah,
Toastmaster Mariam, excuse 1 minute. Toastmaster Mariam, for you, I gave you the table topics just to know your feelings before you left. Thanks for sharing.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, request other members also, if you want to share your greetings to Toastmaster Mariam. We'll start with Toastmaster Robert and others. We have more time, obviously we can. Toastmaster Sunil.
I'll start. Toastmaster, she's one of the most humble Toastmasters I have seen. I have still not attended a sing. I don't know whether after I left, I have not been in the last few, but the record is the same. Whenever she came on stage, she used to always win. I don't think I've seen Mariam lose once also. We are learning from her, but she keeps on saying that, oh, I've learned so much from y'all. And when it came to YLP, for those who are young, those who are new to the club, that is Youth Leadership Program, where we train kids between 10 and 18. There were so many things which Mariam used to do, from the certificates to the writing and all. She's one of the most silent, hardworking, and she does so much we don't even realize. Means the day Mariam does not come, there's a big chaos in all the certificates and all, because we realize this one silent lady who does all the work is not there. That is the time we realize how much work she does. She's one of the best, my best colleagues at YLP, at Toastmasters, who's such a good speaker and a very humble individual, always ready to help us. And I'm so happy I was there during this meeting. I will never say this is her last meeting, because I'm sure the minute she's back in India also, she will be attending. Am I right, Mariam? Till the virtual meeting goes on, definitely you should be there.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that
We'll
opportunity.
miss you.
Okay.
Toastmaster Sunil.
I totally echo what Dr. Katrak said. See, we used to see the energy in Toastmasters, in NMC Corporate Club, because of members like Mariam. It's amazing to see the family, the culture. The family culture is kept alive throughout the years. Again, because of the attitude, because of the feeling transmitted even today as the Toastmaster of the day, how Mariam was transmitting that energy among all the members. Exactly, this is what she was doing, knowingly or unknowingly. So we really feel, that family feeling because of this approach, Mariam. Thank you so much for keeping that alive, and we are really indebted to you for we as a club, as a group of family members. We really are indebted to you for this wonderful time you shared with us.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Mariam, I would say you are an eloquent speaker. the control you have over the language, it was amazing, and that always, you know, uh, made me look forward to hearing you. Your smiling face always, gave the passed on the positive vibes, and we'll miss you.
Thank you.
We'll miss you. So anyway, take care and remain safe. And if whenever possible, try and join our meetings or be in touch.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster
Right, this
Mariam,
is
for being. Okay, Rupesh, go ahead.
yeah, Robert. Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Mariam. I always appreciate, because as Toastmaster Gustav has already told, like your the flawless presentation. I used to always appreciate, like you used to always come out with a different topic, quite a unique topic. Your speeches, all the speeches that you delivered, had a unique subject that were like, after giving that topic, then we would feel, oh, why couldn't we never thought of this as a subject? So it was like quite a unique presentation. Every time you came out, you delivered a subject which was quite a simple but quite interesting. And definitely on behalf of NMC, we wish you all the best, and we will definitely like to see you on and off. Whenever you are available, just let us know and the link will be sent to you and can be part of a group. And be just give us your number so you can join us in the alumni club. At present, you can continue as this member only and join whenever you are available. And we'll definitely will miss you and your speeches. All the best for your future.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon all, and thanks to Toastmaster Mariam. I'm Rupesh Das here. We know Toastmaster Mariam, I know from last couple of years, and we can understand the quality as a Toastmaster. There is no question of it. Of course, she's a very good speaker. And of course, the other role players too. The one thing we can say, apart from the Toastmaster role, on the personal front also, we have learned a lot from the Toastmaster Mariam when we used to visit the NMC Corporate Club physically. That is really appreciated. Actually, I personally learned a lot from Toastmaster Mariam on personal front. And we can say all the best for you, Toastmaster Mariam, and we hope you will be in touch with us. And of course, we would like to be in touch with you in the remote platform. It is very easier to be in contact. Okay, thanks a lot, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Mariam, I do take this opportunity for sharing your feelings about our club during the table topics. And as I personally know you, it was really nice to know a very kind, humble, smiling Mariam. Though when she used to come, initially she used to tell me, Lizzie, I don't know how I'm going to do the next session, but after your speeches or whatever role you took, we used to say that she's very unique. So we wish you all the best. Wherever you are, please be in touch with Toastmasters. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, all. Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, I remember that we joined almost together in 2015 and then 16 first quarter. And what I have observed over the years that you have very strong vocabulary, and that always inspires me that whenever you deliver a speech or you are doing table topic session or you are doing a role of Toastmaster of the day, you use it very well. And I really appreciate that. And I appreciate whatever roles you have taken during the Toastmaster tenure in last 5 years, be it YLP or sometimes I remember when there is a annual club competition, you are not participating, but you are playing the different roles and supporting the club. And I really appreciate that. And I wish you all the best for your future endeavor. and hope that we will be in touch. And purposely today I joined, though I have to go for one appointment. I cancelled that one and I said I will join, and I will say thanks to you. Thank you very much and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Shailesh.
Toastmaster Mariam, I've joined only a year before, but the impact Toastmaster Mariam created through her speech is very big. It's like hearing Toastmaster Mariam's speech is like just close your eyes and it's like hearing a melodious song. So you have to go just enjoy it. Like initially I was trying to research it, then I decided. So when you hear some good music, you have to enjoy, you shouldn't research it. So I wish her to be successful on all your future endeavors. And the world is too small as you know it, right? So definitely you'll come back and we'll be continuously hearing your melodies in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Murugesh. Thank you.
So thanks for that. Like, so since Toastmaster Satish is not there, he asked me to announce the results. So best table topic master is Dr. Katrak. Best evaluator is Toastmaster Rupesh. And I was being voted as the best speaker. So with this, we can conclude this meeting. Before that, can we ask for the feedback from our guest?
Yes, Murugesh.
Yeah. Hello, yeah. Can you let us know your feedback on the session, please?
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yes, it's good. Even I think some of you are familiar with my face. I used to attend NMC meeting, I think around 3 or 4 times. And it was just before the COVID-19 pandemic, and I was about to join to the club. And all of a sudden, within a 2 weeks of span, everything has changed. And it was now it's very difficult to have a meeting. I was started enjoying that. I'm eagerly waiting to be back on those days. Everybody is coming to that conference room. I mean, because that is, whatever it is, online is online. We have to be, interact with each other directly. So I'm eagerly looking for that days. It will come soon. We can hope. So probably maybe within 6 months or maybe 3 months, we can have a meeting like that. Hope soon. But interestingly, this online, it seems it's too much improved. Even I remember during that peak COVID-19 season, I have attended 2 online sessions, and all the members were a little bit confused. What I have to do? It will work out. Is it okay? It will be okay. Something like that. But now I can see everything is it's kind of organized, and people are getting used with everything. I could see everybody is using all the features available in this platform, sharing the screen. Even I can see Lissy madam is using some smileys. It's very good. I mean, if you want to express some feelings, there are smileys. All the smileys are available there also. So it's pretty good. It's very interesting actually. So we can, I think it's in the full swing. I didn't expect this much improvement on a online platform like this Zoom. So it was okay. It's very still. I feel like I'm coming back to that mood which I used to get around 6 months back in the NMC that conference hall. So it is good. Hope we will. We are going to have good times. Keep going.
Thanks, Tisant. Hope you'll be joining us soon on this. So I think Satish is in. Satish, you have anything to say? Like otherwise, we can wind off the meeting today.
I'm outside, Murugesh. Okay, thank you for everyone. Okay, thanks everyone for the feedback. I cannot say more than that. Background noise is there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for the time for today. So with this, we can conclude this meeting.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you once again, ma'am. Bye.
Bye.
And
Thank
say
you.
hello
Bye. See you all.
to Toastmaster Mariam.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.